Hi, welcome to my weekly vlog. Hi there. I'm so glad to see you. Um, so the sun came out this afternoon and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And there's 26 inches of snow piled up still. But the sun is out. So, um, I want to talk about our upcoming um, special interest group. It is about communicating with your doctor. I'm curious, for those of you who are here, have you had any challenges talking to or getting your needs met around lipedema? It is a common issue that so many of us have. Hi, Patsy. Oh, lovely day in Southwest Arkansas. Yay. We started out with snow and then it cleared up and the sun is out and it's gorgeous. Anyway, I think that that's an indicator that we're heading in the right direction. We're definitely heading in the right direction. So, I am going to share with you about the upcoming um, hmm, I really want to talk about this because I think it's so important. It is incredibly. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. Yep. We just had this webinar this past Thursday. First Steps to Confident Healthcare Conversations. And it was really very potent. I should have said something. Have you ever left an appointment with a healthcare provider saying, I should have said something to yourself? I should have said something. I didn't explain that well. They didn't really hear me. I felt small in there. No matter what we've done, this whole thing started for me when I was having surgery and I went to see my surgeon and my arm, the inside of my arm was all black and blue because I had had blood drawn. And what was funny, I have a picture of it somewhere. I'm going to find it. What was funny about it is I knew when I went to have the blood drawn that the person who was drawing my blood wasn't a good technician. He wasn't someone that I wanted to have draw my blood. And I ended up not with a small bruise, but literally with this much of my arm, all black and blue. And at the time, I had a hard time saying, I don't want you drawing my blood. I want the other person, the other tech. Um, and wow, this is bringing back so much memory about all the stuff that we're now delving into in a much more comprehensive way. So I said to the surgeon, I showed him my arm, and I said to him, I had a hard time telling them that I didn't want that tech. And so what I want you to know is I don't want anyone else operating on me. I want you to do the surgery and I want you to do the markups. And I went through this list. Now, I didn't find it easy to do. This is going back, oh my God, at least 16 or 17 years ago, maybe even a little longer. And in the process of doing that, I actually changed the consent form. I changed the consent form to represent what I was saying. What I didn't do is get a copy of it, which is what I should have done. But to make a very long story short, they ended up asking me to sign another consent form right outside the OR, which I was nervous, scared. I was, I had pre-op anesthesia. uh, anyway, but what I learned is that my wanting to please people, wanting approval, was not going to get me what I needed and wanted in my health care. Hi, Jenny. Oh my God. Sunny and 54 degrees in the Pacific Northwest. Hi, Marilee. So, so let me go back because I think this is what is important about what we're here to talk about. You know, I have had this experience of walking out of a doctor's office feeling dismissed, rushed, doubting myself. Living with lipedema and or lymphedema, this is painfully common. Not because we're difficult, not because we're emotional, not because we're asking for too much, but because navigating complex, misunderstood conditions requires skills most of us were never taught. So, this CSIG, if you're not familiar with it, is our coaching special interest groups. They're small groups that we host in order to dive deeper so that it can be a pretty comprehensive dive into a particular topic of special interest. And this one is, how the heck do you manage all of this? So we had the webinar, and it was really wonderful. If you missed the webinar, I think I'm going to do another one because it really went well. So I think I'm going to do another one maybe this week. I'll let you know. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Marcia. I'm doing well. Hi, Alexis. Oh, this is great. Sandra, Kai Dairy Goats is Sandra in Kentucky. That's what Kai is. Oops, here, back up. Lack of knowledge on doctors' part is the major reason for us feeling they don't listen. That is true because they really don't know about lipedema. And so we get left feeling like, oh my God, what on earth am I doing? All right, give me a second. I'm going to take us, I want you to see, it's going to take me a minute or so to get there, but I want you to see the workshop. the special interest group, and it's coming up. Take me a minute to get there. Oh, yawn. Oh my God, it's this wonderful, lazy Sunday afternoon. Here it is. Here it is. Confident conversations with your doctor. We're starting up not this Monday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And it's it's on special. We took $100 off the price, so it's $297. And what you'll get is you'll get 7 sessions. Foundations of Empowered Healthcare Communication. Um, it will be I'll be leading that particular evening, but we'll also have Siobhan and Ala join us. And March 16th is Rebuilding Trust After Difficult Healthcare Experiences with Dr. Carmody, and we'll be joining him as well. And Curiosity-Based Advocacy and Collaborative Care. And then we have coaching sessions. So the reason why we call it a CSIG is because there's coaching, so that not only do we offer some information, usually a model or some kind of tips and skills, but also a time for you to integrate them. And where it matters the most is in your particular relationships with your healthcare providers. And then we'll have a bonus session on March 30th. So, me and Siobhan and Ala Hardoon and Dr. Carmody. And it's just, I am excited that it's happening. It'll give us an opportunity. Oops, I'm up. Here it is. It will give us an opportunity. Oops. To dive deeper. Okay, somebody put in, please check your DMs. All right, let me do that. So, for someone to put that up, I'm curious. I gotta check my DMs right now. So somebody is reaching out. No DMs. Oh. Whoever DM'd me, it did not come through. So I am going to put just email me directly. Here is my email. Here it is, Catherine at lipedema-simplified.org. Please email me and I will respond. No, Marcia, it isn't too late to sign up for the, it isn't too late. And I'm honoring the $100 discount. And if you're a tribe member, and you are, you get even a deeper discount. So email me and I'll make sure you get the link. Hi, Anne Marie. Good to see you. It's been a while. So perhaps the most important place for us to learn to advocate for ourselves is with the healthcare providers that we connect with on a regular basis. Definitely, I know that working with my primary care was at the core. Um, and that's what helped me more than anything else. But it wasn't just a primary care. In my journey, I saw specialists, endocrinologists. I saw different technicians because they did all kinds of testing. When I first started, I presented with swelling that nobody could figure out, so they had to do all kinds of tests. Took a long time, and eventually having a diagnosis and then being able to work within that. And of course, Dr. Carmody is remarkable, so I was very blessed. But other doctors, it was very, very challenging, as many of us know. So do come be part of our CSIG. Let me go again. And here it is. I'm gonna this is the yep, here you can register here with $100 off coupon. If you are a tribe member, just email me. Here is the registration. I feel like I'm juggling. Here's to register. I'm putting it up there. But here's my email. If you email me, I'll send you. Here's this link. This is for registration. But I'm going to put mine up. But oh my goodness, Anne Marie, I am so sorry. My condolences. I'm so sorry. You lost your son-in-law. When someone says tragically, oh my God. So, condolences and my prayers for you and your family. So, this advocating for yourself, I really do believe it is the foundation. It is the foundation for what we're doing so that you're able to be clear about what your need is. And you might not know how to meet it, but it will help you move forward. So I am, as I said, I'm going to see if we can fit it in. I'm thinking of having another webinar because it was such a powerful webinar. I'm thinking I'd like to be able to offer it again. So I went through the schedule. I went through the whole, I think you know. If you have lymphedema or lymphedema, we've all been through it, even those of us that are skilled. Doesn't matter. It's just such a challenging journey. So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, what's left of it. morning, afternoon, evening. I'm just at dusk on Sunday evening. And it was a wonderful afternoon. I had a few lippy ladies come and we get together every 6 to 8 weeks and talk about lipedema and where we are. And it's an in-person support group that just started last June, and we just have kept it going. And it's lovely, lovely, lovely. So have a wonderful week. Many, many blessings. Love.